but you do one step at a time. You roll your feet out, you stick them on the floor,
take a shower.
Take a shower, wash your butt,
wash your butt.
Wash your butt.
That's what I was fixing to say. Wash your butt.
You got to wash your butt.
Yeah.
Or as the kids say, wash your booty.
Wash your booty.
Yeah. So go and just take them and man, woman, teenager, it doesn't matter. They're all dealing with something that you may or may not be aware of. So the key thing is regardless of what's going on in your personal life, try and remember that there's a bigger picture around you.
Yep.
That you could have an impact on, be that positive or negative.
At the end of the day, no matter what social media platform you're looking at or watching news on whatever channel or wherever you're getting your information from, we can see it in a day in, day out basis. Mental health and other huge amounts of issues across the world, not even here in just the United States, like it has it doesn't care the age,
right?
It doesn't care the background, it doesn't care ethnicity, it doesn't care, like it doesn't care. I mean, you can have the best background in the world and wake up with millions of dollars and have the same problem as somebody that wakes up next to a gutter every day.
Right. Exactly. And that's it doesn't matter your walk of life. It doesn't matter your lot in life. It doesn't matter what you have, because we've seen it in just recent years with the lead singer of Linkin Park.
Yep.
Right. Him and the other lead singer of Audioslave.
Yeah.
Those guys had basically the world at their feet, but there was just something not right and they were not happy. So they chose an option.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the option that they chose left behind the rest of their family to have to contend with that decision that they made. Right or wrong, we'll never know.
Yeah.
We're always gonna be second guessing that.
Everybody processes that information differently. We talked about that a little bit.
Correct.
I think over Christmas,
right,
when you were the other 200 miles away.
Right.
It's always weird to see what breaks people down and what doesn't.
Right.
My bad day is completely different than your bad day.
Yes.
Their bad days were completely different than anybody else's.
Yes.
That probably
Correct.
stemmed for a long time, and I think in a lot of cases there's information out there that we become numb to and just don't pay attention to, and maybe could have helped somebody, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, is help. If we can continue this show and do some things and get some people to laugh or
cry,
trying to find ways to outlets to different things, and that's great, right? We did something positive.
Exactly. And that's and that's, you and I, we've had different backgrounds. We both kind of grew up in the same hometown, but at different periods of time. The mindsets and the perspectives have shifted a little bit. And so our thing is that we're not doing this because we need to. We're doing this because we want to, and it's a way for us to kind of give back and potentially open up the door to some of those resources that people may not be aware of. We don't have all the answers.
We don't.
I'll be flat honest. We don't
just
have all the answers. We just want to talk about them
and say it's okay.
Yes, and that's the key thing. And I don't think that there's enough people that say it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to have several bad days, right? Because at the end of the day, mental health is almost as critical as your physical health. As you can tell, I'm not the picture of perfect physical health, but
I'm a little numbed out. You can't see my non-perfectness.
Yeah. So I just do what you can do to every day continue, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And that's, neither one of us are doctors. We're not.
No, very far from it.
Yeah, we're far from it. And so we've just lived life, and we've seen what's happened to kind of the people that surround us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we've got some people who have done really, really well for themselves, and we've got some people that haven't done so well for themselves. But at the end of the day, still our friends.
Yep.
And maybe 2 years ago they might have been a different part of the circle, but
Yeah.
society has changed, the world has changed, and there's this global thing happening right now, and we'll just touch on it real quick. But the pandemic's going on, and so that's really kind of opened my eyes specifically to some of those people that I thought, okay, they were my ride or die homies, you know what I mean? And then it came literally to ride or die, and they chose to be selfish.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to call out anybody. This is going to be probably the only time we'll really say anything on it, because I think it's been talked about enough. We have enough other things going on in our world that we really don't need to delve on.
And why beat a dead horse at the end of the day? I mean, we're a couple years into this whole situation. It seems like it gets better for a little bit, and then it just gets worse again.
Correct.
It may take 1 or 2 vaccines a year for some people to believe that they're going to be safe.
Right.
Others think that their immunity is going to do that for them. So more power to them as well, I guess. It's not really my stance on things, but here we are today.
Right.
So we don't want this to be all about politics and all about
the vid,
right?
The Rona, whatever you want to call it, right?
It's been blown up to a proportion that doesn't need to be blown up, but
yeah, it became this literal, this line
division.
in the sand, and it's become a division, and we're kind of the same mindset, as is most of our families, but we do have other extended families that don't have the same views, and that's more power to them. But at the end of the day, we're going to do what's right for our family, and we made one choice, they made another choice, and we're not going to hold them.
Yeah, and I still love all of them, just like I always have, and
right.
I continue to see those people, and don't ever plan on not seeing those people. But yeah, I mean, you have to scale your life back some to keep the ones around you protected at the end of the day. So.
Right. And that's the thing is that it kind of all comes back full circle, because your decisions have impacts on those people that surround you.
Yeah.
And whether it's this or the mental health, be nice to each other, man, because at the end of the day, you don't get out of here alive, but you want the time that you're here to be as enjoyable as possible.
Well, yeah, I want to extend my time as long as I can.
I mean, there was that phrase: "Live fast, feel good, die young, leave a good-looking corpse." Like, nah,
yeah,
I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't care about the good-looking corpse.
Me neither.
I hope I'm just a wrinkled, decrepit old man.
Yep.
Just laying in the kiln.
Yep. Yeah, as I lost my dad several years ago, and I remember one of the things he said about when it would come to the end of life decision, right? Like he didn't want to be cremated, because his words were, and I quote, "It's hot enough where I'm going."
Yeah, that's fair.
which believe me, if you know me personally and you know my father, that's not a true statement. It was just my dad's sense of humor, and so there's sometimes you might hear a part of that in my humor, because I came by it that way, but I do know that a lot of that got passed on to my daughter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've taken quite a bit from my dad, and he's kind of been a changed man for quite a few years now, and sometimes forgets who he used to be, which is a big reason why I am the way I am, and my actual blood brothers are the way that they are, and it's kind of funny to put him in perspective sometimes and remind him, like, hey, we're a little messed up because of you.
Right, it's all your fault.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Just because you're a little older now and started making some better choices, like. I mean, we're your kids.
Yeah,
at the end
exactly,
of the day.
exactly. Well, you're never too old to learn a new trick, right?
Yes,
That
exactly.
phrase doesn't
Yeah.
hold water here.
Yeah.
You can, but you have to be willing to change,
Yeah.
right?
Unfortunately, the new tricks I learn are usually
They're not appropriate. Is that what I'm hearing?
That it's hotter where you're going thing that you were just
Oh,
talking
right,
about.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just get a little bit closer.
Oh, right. No, I feel you, because I've definitely done some
Yeah.
things that make me like I keep telling you I'm going to hell, but people don't want to don't want to believe me.
Yeah, sometimes every day I think I'm getting a little closer.
Yeah.
And then I take some time off,
Right. You take a little break and reel it back in, and then you're good.
Reel it back just a little bit, do some good for some people,
Yeah.
and then hopefully it kicks me up to that next level.
Right.
Closer to ground floor.
Yeah. Well, some days, like I've always said, some days, the gutter's a step up for me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't want it to be the
Yeah, and that's the gutter in the sewer.
right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm hanging on by my fingertips
Yeah,
on that one
definitely.
sometimes. So.
Yeah.